From Fiji to the Faroe Isles, Sweden to South Africa, 30 men came here to Sun City in search of the most coveted title in strongman sport. And now there are just 10 left. One of these men will be the world's strongest man. The Metrex trophy for the world's strongest man, to be won here in Sun City, South Africa's answer to Las Vegas, a real gambler's paradise. Well, here are the 10 finalists. Who's your money on? First of all, there's Mariusz Pudzianowski, the surprise package from Poland, a former professional boxer who won his heat. The giant Finn, Janne Virtanen, won 5 out of the 6 events in his heat. He was runner-up last year. Gerrit Badenhorst, the veteran strongman from South Africa. It's his first final for 2 years. Phil Pfister, the American fireman, came through a really tough heat on countback. Svend Karlsen, 3rd last year and determined to take the title to Norway. Muhr, an international athlete carrying the hopes of Germany. Canadian Hugo Girard, 4th last year, and a man in the peak of condition. Rob Dixon, Yorkshire's finest, flying the British flag. Regin Vágadal, the most famous man in the Faroe Isles. And Magnus Samuelsson, champion 2 years ago, determined to regain the crown. So there are 10 finalists, 7 events. The first is the super yoke. Then the power stairs, car lift, farmer's walk, truck pull, Fingal's fingers, Atlas stones.
My mission is to do as best as what I possibly can with every single piece of equipment. And if I beat a few big lads, that'll be really tough for me, do you know what I mean?
I think it will be Janne, Magnus, Polish guy, maybe Norway, one of those 4.
I think Janne or Svend.
Whoever is going to make mistakes is going to pay the big price for it.
So I think it's going to be between Janne Virtanen,
me and Magnus and Svend and Hugo and Boris guy.
Magnus Samuelsson.
Ooh, today not so confident. Yeah, I think I have a fair chance. I'm looking forward to it.
Mariusz, the guy from Poland.
Who is the best?
The best Magnus and Janne.
And you?
Yes.
And Svend, I think.
Can you win the whole thing?
I hope so.
And then Badenhorst.
You just really never know how it's going to go. That's the point of all getting together and having a contest. If the biggest guy always won, we could all just show up and see who the biggest guy was and give him the trophy and go home. But fortunately, it's a little more interesting than that.
So the first event in this year's World's Strongest Man takes us halfway down the 18th fairway. So this is when things start getting serious. The first event in the final, and they don't come much more serious than this, the super yoke, which weighs 800 pounds. Now, if 800 pounds is a hard concept to get your head around, think of it in terms of this. You may recall Stumpy, who got to the final of Britain's Strongest Man. Well, this is the same as having one Stumpy on your left shoulder, one Stumpy on your right shoulder, and a third Stumpy on your back. And then you run down the course with them. Commentary comes from Paul Dickinson.
The first 5 competitors go in Heat 1.
Magnus Samuelsson,
The very first is Magnus Samuelsson from Sweden, the former champion. Then Rob Dixon of York in his very first final. Did brilliantly in the heats. Regin Vágadal of the Faroe Islands, he's been in the final before, thumbs up from him. And Muhr I think he was brilliant in the heats. A superb all-round athlete. And finally, Hugo Girard from Canada, the heaviest man in this first group. Well, you've seen the sort of weight they've got to carry down here. Samuelsson on the far side won this event in his heat, and he's going well again. So is Hugo Girard of Canada. Girard just wobbling a little bit. Samuelsson is going like a train on the far side, and the Canadian's gone down. Samuelsson it is who comes away. Rob Dixon struggling. Samuelsson wins it, and that is a brilliant time, less than 20 seconds. Girard in second place, Vágadal comes through to third, and Rob Dixon trails in fourth place. Martin Muhr of Germany really struggling with that one. Way outside 30 seconds, but what a performance from Magnus Samuelsson. On the charge again, and Girard in second place. And Samuelsson, as he did in the heats, won it well.
You know, this is one of them events that if you try too much, you can fall and lose 10 seconds instead of gaining. So I tried to use medium pace and just make it through.
I thought you were going to win at one point. You were ahead of Magnus.
That's what happened. I got excited, then one bad step, lost balance, bad luck.
Well, I don't know about medium pace. 17.8 seconds by Samuelsson, and Rob Dixon in fourth place for the time being at 27.3. As the second group come out onto the course. Pudzianowski, what a performance in his heats with 3 first places in the events. He really is some athlete, this guy. Gerrit Badenhorst in the final once again. In the twilight of his career, but still an outstanding performer. Phil Pfister, and we remember a tremendous performance by him in the Atlas Stones. Janne Virtanen, he won 5 events in his heat. Svend Karlsen, last year this was the first event and he won it. I wonder if he can repeat that feat.
Take your position.
This really is a very, very competitive group. But 17.8 seconds the time to beat by Magnus Samuelsson. Phenomenal. Away we go. Now then, Karlsen starts well. Karlsen is going well. The Norwegian tearing down the course. Oh, he's put yards between himself and the rest. This is incredible. Karlsen surely is going to beat Samuelsson's time. He's done it again. He blew Samuelsson's time out of the water. Virtanen finishes second. Badenhorst coming through maybe just ahead of Pudzianowski by a fraction. And Phil Pfister struggling down the course. The American's got a real problem. He's a very tall man, and that is a disadvantage. But Svend Karlsen has taken this event by the scruff of the neck and beaten everybody hands down. Viking power does it again. A brilliant start, and I bet Samuelsson can't believe it.
I almost lost it, but I got it under control again.
Perfect start for you.
Yeah, I needed that because the next 3 events I don't know anything about.
Well, Karlsen out of the tracks like a whippet, but he won the first event last year. The first 4 places filled by the 4 favourites, Rob Dixon back in 8th. The stairway to strongman heaven, 24 steps in the Sun City Amphitheatre, up which our 10 finalists have to go, carrying this 200-kilogram weight. Now, Rob Dixon, you didn't manage to get to the top in your heat, so what lessons have you learned from that?
Now, we've got to number 19, me and Whit Baskin, and that is definitely a higher step, 20, 21. So what I'm going to do is just change my grip even before I get to it. I'll pick it up some lower down, not the top of the handle, but from lower down, just save my energy. I've got to get to the top. That'll be a great achievement for me.
And how much is this all about technique?
It's a lot about technique. It's about keeping a certain rhythm. That's what it's all about. Some guys do it a lot differently. The longer leg guys can nearly reach one. They have to touch each step at a time, but they can nearly do it with one leg on one step and one on the other. Me, I have to do it like a little frog jumping up one at a time. So that will be the difference in technique, and hopefully when I get to number 20 I'll change my grip.
Let's hope you don't croak.
Let's hope I don't. Rivet.
The first pair, Phil Pfister of the United States up against Martin Muhr of Germany. Well, I think these two well equipped to get this weight up the stairs as fast as they possibly can. Height, as we've seen in the past, is a definite advantage, and these two guys well over 6 feet 4 inches tall. Martin Muhr, to a certain extent, a disadvantage in this event. It's the first time he's tried it, unlike Phil Pfister, but the German almost came to grief there, but now starts powering his way up the stairs. Once again, an outstanding performance by Martin Muhr. Pfister all over the place. A little bounce, then up. Any sort of time under 30 seconds would be absolutely outstanding. 26, 27, he's going to do it. That is superb by Martin Muhr, 27.9. Come on, he says to Phil Pfister, keep going. Pfister heading towards step number 24, 37.2 for the American. But first honours go to the German.
Yeah, and it was very good. I'm very happy.
And less than 28 seconds is very quick. Do you think anybody can beat that?
Yeah, Janne and Svend are very fast in this event, but I hope he cannot beat me.
Well, that was the fastest time we've seen in this event so far. Now we come to the two smallest men in World's Strongest Man final this year. Rob Dixon from York, Mariusz Pudzianowski of Poland. They both weigh less than 20 stones. And when you consider some of the monsters taking part in this competition, that may well be a disadvantage. But they're two big muscle men, no doubt about that. Pudzianowski was the fastest man in the heats at 28 seconds, but that time has been beaten by Martin Muhr. Look at this. A little touch on each step, and then he climbs to the next one. Rob Dixon about 4 steps behind at the moment. Now come on, Rob, you need good points here. Pudzianowski, look at his arms. They're about fit to explode. Magnificent, chasing Martin Muhr's time at 27.9, just outside. Tremendous competition already in this final, 28.7 for Pudzianowski. So his performance in the heats was no fluke, that's for sure. Rob Dixon has beaten his target in the heats of 19. He's on to step number 21, but how much has he got left? Come on, Rob. He changed his grip just as he said he would, but it's all over for Rob Dixon. Disappointment for him. It was 8th place in the last event for Rob Dixon, and this could be even worse, with a lot of good competitors yet to go.
Do your best, John.
Hard, eh?
Very hard, yeah. Some of the lads will make it look a bit easy as well, you know. Just different league, you know. But I'm in there slightly, you know. Hanging in, lad.
You can be proud though, can't you?
Of course I can, yeah.
Next time, better, better, better.
Yeah, I mean, what more can I ask than beating myself, you know? I can't say more than myself, can I, you know? So I'm dead sure for that.
Two of the old guard as far as strongman competitions are concerned. Gerrit Badenhorst, tremendous all-round athlete, used to be a junior Springbok rugby player, and Regin Vágadal. Let's go, boys. He flew up the stairs in his heats. He knows what it's like. Vágadal will be keeping a close eye on him. And Vágadal has never tried this event before. I doubt that Gerrit Badenhorst would give him any tips, though. So here we go, 200 kilograms, 440 pounds. That is about 32 stones. Badenhorst a little bit unsteady there. Vágadal, a big bounce off that step. Tremendous times have been set so far, 27.9 for Martin Muhr of Germany, and Pudzianowski 28.7. Can Badenhorst get amongst them? It would be good stuff if he could, but he's slowing down just a little bit. Tremendous upper body strength and the strongest back in the world, this guy. He's done it. He's up the stairs. Not a bad time either. 34.7 in 3rd place at the moment. Jukka Ahola standing close to Regin Vágadal. We don't want any mishaps here. And the Faroe Islander slowing down as he gets to the top. One last lift will do it. Oh, almost down again. It's slow, but he's done it. 56.3. Big hug for both of them. Badenhorst, a good performance. He's not a bad dancer either.
Life in the old dog yet, then?
Yeah, well, I tried very hard on this one. Unfortunately, you know, it nearly slipped back on me 2 or 3 times. The control on it, you know, wasn't very good. But at the end, my time was quite reasonable. I'm very happy about it.
Janne Virtanen in blue. That is Hugo Girard of Canada. Comes from Quebec. What a revelation Virtanen was in his heat, winning 5 events out of 6. He finished second in the final last year. Still the time to beat, 27.9.
On the whistle.
Well, Virtanen, 31 seconds in the heat. He completed those first 2 steps without even touching them. He's going well. And Girard is in all sorts of problems. Hugo Girard has not even completed 1 step. The Canadian's in trouble. Virtanen left on his own. Still chasing this magnificent time of Martin Muhr, 27.9. He's really going for it. I think he's going to be outside 30 seconds. Yes, he is. The German's still in the lead, but good points for Virtanen now. The Finn in 3rd place, but 2 very good competitors still to come.
I don't know. I've never tried this one, and it seems like it's a very tight event. Split seconds between guys. So I need a bit of luck here to hit it just right to be able to do it. But I will for sure give it a try.
Well, I'm not sure luck has got anything to do with it whatsoever. We've seen good technique. We've also seen, of course, incredible strength.
On the left,
Karlsen, a little tap for Magnus Samuelsson. This guy's won this event before. Let's not forget that. He has been a champion. Karlsen yet to win the biggest crown in the strength world.
Take your grip.
27.9, the target.
On the whistle.
Away we go. Karlsen, of course, winning that first event by a big margin from Samuelsson. Karlsen just ahead of the Swede at the moment. It's quick, that's for sure, and the Norwegian is moving further ahead. Samuelsson finding this one a problem. Big shouts all round for both these competitors. I think the leaderboard might take on a slightly different complexion at the end of the second event. And it looks as though Martin Muhr has definitely won it. Pudzianowski will take a brilliant 2nd place. But where will Karlsen finish? It's outside 35 seconds. Samuelsson just finishing now, around about 38 seconds. A solid performance from the Norwegian once again.
Less than a second, deciding it in the end. Martin Muhr, so strong but so fast. A bad result for Samuelsson, and Girard, many people's idea of a potential winner, actually was forced to retire with a back injury. And Dixon was also forced out when he contracted a virus after that event. So Karlsen and Virtanen at the top. So here we are then with event 3, and this one really could throw a spanner in the works. The deadlift hold. Pick this car up off the ground. It weighs 1,400 kilograms and hold it there for as long as is humanly possible. And if you wanted an idea of just how hard this is, don't forget in his heat, Magnus Samuelsson couldn't do it at all.
So this is an event I don't really looking forward to at all. I will try to take revenge from the qualifiers when I couldn't pick it up. For me, it's just like a few centimeters too low. I can't get my hips through, so we will see what happens, but I will try my best to kill this event.
So here we go, Samuelsson. He must be very nervous indeed about this event. This could be the difference for him between getting on the rostrum at the end of our competition as a champion, or certainly in one of the places, or not getting on it at all. He's got to lift the car and then hold it. Regin Vágadal alongside him from the Faroe Islands. Actually, the best known sportsman in the Faroe Islands ever. Can you believe that? Now, what about Samuelsson? Taking his time lifting it. His clock will start if he does do it, and Samuelsson has lifted it. Vágadal shaking about all over the place, and Vágadal is down. Unbelievable. Something wrong with his grip, I think, and Samuelsson has done it. Well, I wonder what has made the difference. He's been seen practicing in the deadlift with weights to try and improve his strength over the last few days, and it has done the trick. Samuelsson now has it locked. He's got to maintain concentration. Goodness knows what Vágadal is saying to him. He's counting. He's counting. He knows that he's heading now towards 50 seconds, and that is a tremendous performance. In the heats, Glenn Ross lifted this same car, which weighs over a ton, for around 70 seconds. That was brilliant. Ross, of course, not in this final. Jamie Reeve, ready to pounce in case anything goes wrong. This is brilliant now by Samuelsson. What a turnaround. And surely the former champion's going to score big points here. He's going, he's going. Has he got anything left? It's down. That is superb. Just over 70 seconds. What a relief for Magnus Samuelsson. And that is going to take some beating. And what a brilliant performance in view of the fact he couldn't even lift it in the heats.
Better than the first time anyway. It's hard to say if it's good or bad when you don't have anything to aim for really, but I ain't going to be lost on it. But I ain't going to win it either, I don't think. I don't mind if 1 or 2 does, but not all 5, 6.
Well, no real challenge from Phil Pfister, just 21.6 seconds for him. And disappointing, you suspect, for Svend Karlsen, just 37.7 for the Norwegian.
Well, come away, Gerrit.
Last minute instructions for Gerrit Badenhorst from South Africa in our picture at the moment, just trying to compose himself. This has to be a good event for him. And Janne Virtanen of Finland. Badenhorst lifts it easily. Former world record holder in powerlifting for the deadlift. Virtanen, very, very much taller, just like Magnus Samuelsson, just took his time. What a target by Magnus Samuelsson. What a revelation he was. I don't think anybody expected the great Swede to go beyond about 20 seconds. If he could get it off the ground, he went to 70 plus. A lot of strapping on Gerrit Badenhorst's body. He's like an old warrior. And again, Virtanen bleeding from the nose. We've seen that on quite a few occasions. I tell you what, when you try these sort of events, your blood pressure goes rocketing up. And Badenhorst is down at around about 40 seconds. And so is Virtanen, 43.1. So neither making an impression on Samuelsson, the leader. Pudzianowski, well, a real test for him. We've discovered already what a tough little customer this guy is. Well, when I say little, it's all relative. Martin Muhr of Germany. Oh, Muhr just struggling a little bit to get that car up. Over a ton this car weighs. 1,400 kilograms in total. 70 seconds plus the target. I wonder if either of these guys can get amongst them. Looking pretty composed. Not looking at each other. They're trying to block out everything just to concentrate on their own performance. Beyond 25 seconds now. Muhr looking relaxed. Pudzianowski grimacing all the time. The grip so important, helped by those straps. Look at those rippling muscles. Unbelievable. This guy is more like a bodybuilder. Muhr hanging on for dear life now. Pudzianowski, solid as a rock. No movement in either of them. Muhr goes down though, the first at 49.7. Now the chase is on. Already, Pudzianowski is in second place and heading towards Samuelsson's lead. 70 seconds is the target. Can he do it? 3 to go. 2, 1. He's done it. He's won the event. Poland get 10 points. Absolute delight for Pudzianowski. Well, he doesn't speak very good English, but I think we all understand that.
Was very good for you, yes?
It was
very hard for me to lift the car. It was very hard, but I managed it. Now I've got to keep on fighting.
So, feeling good?
Yes.
Only 8 men left. Samuelsson doubtless delighted that only the Pole beat his time. But what all that means is we have a titanic contest in prospect, with just 3 points separating 5 men. Virtanen hasn't won an event yet, but he's been enormously consistent. After 3 events, how does Janne assess the situation now?
3 lajin jälkeen, miltä tilanne näyttää?
No, en mä tiedä, mä ajattelen, että
I don't really know, but I've been thinking that there's just Svend, me and Magnus with a chance. But now there are 2 other guys, Mariusz and Martin.
Mariusz ja sitten toi Martin tasasta.
The fourth event, something old, something new. The old and very familiar, these cylinders, the farmer's walk, each weighing 120 kilograms, that's 270 pounds. Something new is that instead of going down a straight course that's 30 metres long, it's now been extended to 70 metres with 2 turns. So the crucial thing here is going to be the lane draw. Will it be easier in the tighter inside lane or the wider outside lane?
Phil Pfister, the first to be introduced to the crowd. The tall American. Make no mistake about it, this is going to be a very tough event for both of them. Regin Vágadal. It's like trying to carry Rob Dixon in each hand. That is the sort of weight. Grip is going to be important, balance, and of course incredible strength in the arms and shoulders. Pfister away well. It's going to be difficult to see exactly who is leading because of the different lane draws, and Vágadal's gone already. That is very, very quick for Vágadal. Well, what a surprise, and Vágadal really, he hasn't performed as we know he can do during this final. Pfister is flying, a tremendous performance and a very good time indeed. 25.6 seconds, what a target for everybody to chase.
And it was certainly too tough for the next two. Badenhorst and Muhr were neck and neck right to the line when the South African fell. Both, though, were slower.
Magnus Samuelsson at the back of the field, Svend Karlsen at the front. Well, Karlsen, since winning the first event, he slipped up just a little bit with a 5th and a 6th place, so needs to make amends here to stay in touch. I can't emphasise just how important the grip is here. If you lose the grip, it doesn't matter how strong you are, you've blown it big time. Samuelsson chasing him. The definition of these guys' arms and shoulders is unreal. Most of these guys have got arms bigger than most people's legs. Now then, they make the last turn. 25.6 seconds the target. Phil Pfister, the American, is still in the lead just. Samuelsson's closing on Karlsen. Sweden first, Norway second, and just outside of the leading time. Samuelsson 26.3, Karlsen 26.9. What a race that was.
If you gamble every time, you will lose sometimes. It's better to play safe. But what I mean by that is if you go too quick, you can fall. And then I saw I had Svend in the last corner, and of course then I have to go full speed. And luckily this time I made it. But saying that, now Janne and Virtanen is coming in next 8, and I'm sure they will be very, very quick.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Janne Virtanen on the far side there in the blue will not play safe here. He's got to go for it. Mariusz Pudzianowski, what a tremendous addition to World's Strongest Man he's been this year. Well, when we saw the heats, Virtanen at this stage had already won 3 events. He's chasing his first victory here. Away we go, Virtanen the quickest away. Oh, my goodness, he's got muscles coming out of his ears, this guy. Virtanen covering up against the sun, makes the turn quickly. He's sprinting, he's already caught the pole. This is unbelievable, 25.6 the target. Virtanen is flying. This is brilliant. Absolutely superb, he's going to be so close. He's done it by a whisker, 25 seconds dead. Pudzianowski under 30 seconds as well, so more good points for the pole. And at last, Janne Virtanen has got the victory he wanted. 10 big points for Finland.
So Virtanen breaks his duck, less than 2 seconds separating the top 4, but that was a bad result for Pudzianowski. Virtanen now 3 points clear, but there's only 5 points separating the top 4, Martin Muhr dropping off the pace. Now down to the airport for everybody's favourite strongman event. Trains, planes and automobiles. Strongmen will pull almost anything, and this year, another glorious day at Sun City Airport, they're going to pull a truck. This massive vehicle weighs in at 18 tons, but the thing is, on the end of it, there's a rope. And on the end of the rope, there's another truck. So whichever way you look at it, it's a lorry.
Phil Pfister of the United States, the first of our competitors to go. And Pfister, because he's so tall, he doesn't really look much like a strongman, but there's a lot of muscle packed onto that 6'6" frame. Desperately in need of points. He came on strong in the last one, coming in second place, but he's at the bottom of the pile at the moment in terms of overall points with only 19, compared with Janne Virtanen's 33 at the top of the table. So here we go. Well, no problems so far. The start is always important. He'll be driving the legs, but just look how much work those incredibly big arms are doing. That's the second truck, which is about to kick in any minute now. There. So now the full 36 tons of weight dragging behind him. And this is a very good effort by the American. The choice of footwear is so important. A lot of the guys will be wearing climbing boots, so they get a good grip on the tarmac of Pilanesberg Airport. There we go. That's a good view of Phil Pfister. And now fatigue and tiredness and lactic acid and everything else begins to make a move in his body. So tired now. He's got to get the front of the lorry across the line. There's his time, 51 seconds plus, 51.4. Good start for the American.
So how hard is it when the second truck kicks in?
I try to think of it as a light pull, a sprint, until the second truck hit. And then that's when the pull really begins. It would have nice to have been a bit more explosive and fast getting to the second truck, but I think I had a pretty good pull, and I think my time will stand up pretty well.
Well, Martin Muhr couldn't do much about it. 66.1 the time for him. And no impression made either by Regin Vágadal, 64.9 seconds. It was tough too for Gerrit Badenhorst, the local hero managing 58.4, and even Svend Karlsen was running out of gas, 54.7, but still the big three were to come.
Mariusz Pudzianowski, by far and away the lightest man left in this final now. He's about a stone lighter than anybody else. I think he's got more muscles than anybody else, though. Oh, dear me, look at his arms. Those arms are about 23 inches around the bicep, and that is incredible. But will his lack of body weight hamper him on this event? He's got to stay low. He's never done this sort of event before, not at this level anyway. He's competed a lot in Europe and Poland. Heading towards the halfway point, now slowing down because the other 18 tons are on the move, though. Pudzianowski, superb with one victory in the final so far. And this is very first World's Strongest Man final. He's swaying around a lot. You've got to keep in a straight line. He's growling at himself. There's about 6 meters to go before the line. Can he make a move on Karlsen's time of 54.7? Pfister still in the lead. It's just ahead of Karlsen. Oh, only just 0.7 of a second. Still two very good men to go, Samuelsson and Virtanen, but Pudzianowski in second place for the time being, in third place overall before this event. Magnus Samuelsson, if he's got any dreams at all of being the champion for the second time in his life, you get the feeling that time may be running out unless he wins this event. 3 points overall behind Janne Virtanen. Gets the drive on for this first part of the pull, but after about 10 meters, the weight doubles. He's got a very high body position. The lower you can get, the better. It was great to see Torbjörn, his brother, competing in the heats. Can you imagine what his mother's food bill must have been when they were both living at home? Right, come on now, Samuelsson, you've got to get the pull on now. 51.4, Phil Pfister's lead still stands. The American was away first, and nobody has been able to get near it at the moment. Pudzianowski, 54 seconds in second place. He's tying up, he's slowing down. His wife, as always, in the background shouting and screaming. It's going to be very close to Pudzianowski's time. The clock stops now, 54.2, just 0.2 of a second away from second place. And Samuelsson really suffered in that event. Janne Virtanen.
Breaks.
I'm not going to say he's got the pleasure of going last, but I think it will be an advantage. He's had longer time to rest from the previous exertions, and he knows now exactly what he's got to beat. He won the plane pull last year in World's Strongest Man, so he's got form. Oh, he's got away quickly. This is good. It's low, it's very precise and very neat footwork and keeping in a perfectly straight line. He won the last event. Can he make it 2 in a row? This is tremendous stuff from Janne Virtanen. Only 2 events to go after this one. And if he can win this one, it would be a tremendous advantage. He'd have a big points cushion over the rest. It could be as much as 6 points. Coming towards the finish, 51.4 to bit, but like Samuelsson before him, he's slowing down. He's definitely slowing. It's still very quick, though. A few inches to go. He's going to win it. He's going to win it. That is tremendous. The only man to go beneath 50 seconds. He's got it. 49 seconds exactly. That is just what the Finn needed. Another 10 points. Just the job.
Well, last year's runner-up beginning to look like this year's winner, and he'd have been equally pleased with Pfister getting second place.
I'm not happy yet, but if I win again tomorrow, I'll be very happy.
Now it's all over for this year.
What was so hard? Was it the second one starting?
I'm just not fit enough. I think I'm very, very strong, but I loosen it in the end. So I'm probably not fit enough for it now.
Was it legs maybe, or?
Everything. Stiffening up. I'm just not strong enough now. It's not good enough.
What can I say? Obviously the last event were a bit of disappointment. Saying that, I did not make a bad pull. I just totally burned out the last 2-3 meters. So I think I lost a lot of seconds there. The only thing we can do now is to keep on fighting and see what happens.
Fighting talk from Samuelsson, with those 2 consecutive big wins for the Finn, means his 2 main challengers have to make up 6 points in the final 2 events. And the penultimate event takes us to the Roman baths. So thumbs up for Virtanen after the truck pull, but how will he cope with the fingers? The Fingal's fingers, named after the Irish figure who helped create the Giant's Causeway. These massive poles range from 200 kilograms all the way up to 300 kilograms, and they have to be picked up, pushed up, and then pushed all the way over as quickly as possible. These 5 fickle fingers of fate could well determine who is this year's world's strongest man.
Technique so important in this event, as well as incredible strength and endurance for Phil Pfister of the United States and Martin Muhr of Germany.
On the right, Martin Muhr, Germany.
I think Phil Pfister actually has done a bit of tree felling in his time. This is slightly different. But can any of them do 5? We've seen so few people manage all 5 of these fingers in the course of Britain's Strongest Man and World's Strongest Man, and it's Pfister who's away quickly. I hope the organisers have got plenty of bits of wood, because every time one of those fingers goes crashing down, the wood splinters all over the course. Pfister ahead. Oh, this is good stuff from the American, who comes from Charleston. Muhr has done 3 as well, heading towards the big one now, 300 kilograms. Now then, Phil Pfister on number 5, 660 pounds. Muhr is stuck on number 4, just has a little look around, he's had enough. And Phil Pfister does 5. That is a brilliant performance, and so fast.
That was an amazing time. That was 11 seconds quicker than anybody did it in the heats. It almost seemed easy, wasn't it?
It was very easy, yeah. But if I'd had a bit more confidence, I might have been able to go a bit quicker, but I built one at home to practice with. It's a bit heavier. So as soon as I touched them last week, I knew they were light and would be easy, but you never know how you're going to feel after doing 3 or 4 of them So how much speed and strength is going to be left for the last ones this year? I'm going to win World's Strongest Man someday. I knew this wouldn't be my year, but one year soon it will be mine. And once I'm there, they're going to have a tough time getting rid of me.
That certainly was a great performance by Pfister. So what can Karlsen and Pudzianowski do? You may have heard Karlsen say he's not fit enough yet. Well, I don't know what he has to do to become World's Strongest Man, but he is 9 points behind the overall leader at the moment, Virtanen. Pudzianowski is only 6 points behind, and despite the fact there's 2 events to go, anything can still happen. 5 fingers the target. Both men throw that first one up. It only weighs 200 kilograms. Oh, incredible, guys. And Karlsen is going for it. Make no mistake, he will not have given up on the chase for this title. That is number 3 in super fast time. Pudzianowski's never done this event before, so finding the technique a little bit alien. Number 3 for the pole, number 4 for Svend Karlsen, now for number 5, chasing Phil Pfister's time. Bristling with muscles is Pudzianowski. Karlsen is going to do it, surely. Down it goes, 300 kilograms of steel, and that is the fastest time by far. Mariusz finishes with 3 fingers, and Karlsen is flying. That is the fastest time we've ever seen this event completed in. Unbelievable.
So there is still life in the Viking?
Yeah, fired up at last.
Did you expect to beat Phil Pfister's time?
I didn't know what to expect. I only know that I did 4 in the heat for 40 seconds. So I must have been much better now.
Too little, too late though, sadly?
It's not over, is it? But sadly but true, I think so, yeah.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? This is a fascinating competition. Samuelsson to the left, Virtanen to the right.
On the left, Magnus Samuelsson, Sweden.
So composed, Samuelsson.
On the right, Janne Virtanen
But there
of
is
Finland.
nobody more relaxed here in South Africa than Janne Virtanen.
Take your grip
Mr. Iceman.
on the whistle.
Well, Scandinavia in the lead in this event at the moment, and 2 Scandinavians here who could put the pressure on Svend Karlsen. If Janne Virtanen could win this one event, I think the contest to see who becomes the champion is all over. But Samuelsson at the moment is in the lead. Samuelsson at the moment, who's lying equal second with Pudzianowski, 6 points behind this man, is leading. He's finding this one a bit difficult, just a little touch now, surely, yes it goes. Virtanen on number 4. Samuelsson on number 5, the clock ticking away, 42.6, Karlsen wins it, but Samuelsson still going for big points in this second to last event. Virtanen just pacing himself, I'm sure. Samuelsson does it, he gets second place in this event. Good effort from the Swede. Virtanen surely is finished, he won't want to go any further with this one. That's his lot, and he will finish down in 4th place. And surely has done enough going into the final event.
Well, wasn't Karlsen impressive, but what about Phil Pfister? A real run of form for him, but too late in the day. And 5 points clear with just 1 event to go. It's really as much to Virtanen to lose it as it is to his challengers to try to win it. And so for the grand finale, we end up back on the beach. Well, you all saw how tired Janne Virtanen was after the fingers, but he needs now one more supreme effort to claim the title. And standing in his way, this familiar finale, the Atlas Zones. It's a pretty safe bet that Virtanen will lift 4 onto the wall without too much problem. But the crucial factor could be this fella, 165 kilograms. If Virtanen gets that up here, it's a pretty safe bet in a few moments' time he can call himself the strongest man in the world. Do you have any hope left?
No, I think not really, but of course I will try my best in this event. And for me it's also a battle between 2nd and 3rd place. because Svend is really quick on this, so am I, and if he beats me, I'm probably down to third.
I was third last year, and at least I hope I can climb one step.
So as far as the target here is concerned, I mean, you were quickest in the heat, so you must fancy winning this event.
Yeah, I hope so, really hope so.
Is there any possibility of you catching Janne?
No, I don't think so, hardly. If he injures himself, that's the only thing, and I really hope he don't.
And those are the trophies all of these guys are hoping they're going to get their hands on at the end of this event.
Two contestants.
Svend Karlsen, I think one day he might be champion, but I don't think it's going to be this year.
On the left,
Pudzianowski, his debut in World's Strongest Man. Good target by Muhr, the German,
right,
54.2. But Svend Karlsen, standing next to Pudzianowski, set a new world record in the heats of just over 33 seconds. Off we go. Oh, Karlsen struggling a little bit on the first one, sprinting into the wall, both guys. It's neck and neck. Now Karlsen gets into his stride. Up it goes. Pudzianowski just a fraction behind. This is very fast from the Norwegian. Pudzianowski is going to be one of the great competitors of the future, that's for sure. Karlsen is on number 5 already. Unbelievable, and it's not even at 30 seconds. He's done it. Just outside 30 seconds, 30.7. I'm not sure anybody can beat that. Can Pudzianowski do 5? Come on. The crowd roaring him on. He's got plenty of time to do it. Mariusz has done it. That is superb. Karlsen jumping for joy in the background. What a finish by the Norwegian. Tremendous performances from both men.
You were like a man on fire there, Svend.
Yeah, slipped the first one a little bit, but I hold it together.
Do you think it's possible to do that in under 30 seconds?
If he do that, he really deserves the second place. What more can I say?
In a few moments' time, we will know who is this year's world's strongest man. Magnus Samuelsson, the former champion, on the right-hand side. Janne Virtanen, the
left,
champion-elect from Finland, in the blue shirt. And if Janne Virtanen is to lift the title, these will be moments he will never, ever forget. Second last year, and the possibility of coming number 1 in the year 2000. Here we go. Scandinavia have always competed well in World's Strongest Man, and remember that Finland have done it twice in the last 3 years through Hugo Girard. Are they going to do it again? Samuelsson is struggling. It's up safely now. Virtanen is flying. That time of 30.7 seconds by Karlsen is safe, I think. He's on number 4. This surely, if he can get number 5 up, will be the title for Janne Virtanen. And he's done it! Janne Virtanen is the world's strongest man. Absolutely superb. Samuelsson walks away dejected. His turn will come again, surely. But a new man has arrived in the world of strength. Second last year, but this time he is definitely, very definitely the champion. So consistent and at times absolutely brilliant and unbeatable.
Strongest man for the year 2000.
Janne Virtanen has done it. He is the champion. He's still a young man, so he may be around for many, many years to come. After a shaky start, the Finn has won it convincingly.
Worth recounting the fact that Svend Karlsen set a new world record in that final event, but Virtanen was supremely consistent throughout. And he had a 5-point cushion at the end. Karlsen third last year, second this. Samuelsson champion 2 years ago, back in third place.
Very much so. I'm very happy. This means a lot to me, and I hope that now things will slide more easily.
Second.
Yes.
Happy?
Yeah, actually, this was my goal this year. I haven't told anybody, but I need a collection of perfect metric statues. So it wouldn't be right in my collection to have a bronze one and then a gold one and then a silver one. So I need to have one in bronze from 99, the 2000 must be silver, and the next year must be the gold.
I think physically I'm one of the strongest men there is, and this time I just had, it weren't my week, I was always 2 tenths behind and all that, and Janne and Svend did very, very well, so nothing against them. And I more or less blew it in some events, and that's why I lost.
So does it make you more determined to come back and win it? Or does the fire lessen a bit?
No, it works like this. We do this sport because we're enjoying it and because we love to train. And as long as you prepare to pay the price in the gym to win, as long as I can pay that price, I will be back. And that goes more and more hand in hand with as long as you're enjoying it. And at the time I'm really enjoying it. Training is great. Power has become stronger and bigger every day, and I will be back stronger than ever next year.
So what does he hope will happen to him in the next 12 months?
Mitä sä toivot, että sulle tapahtuisi nyt tulevan vuoden aikana?
I hope I will take part in more competitions and hopefully make a bit of money as well. But most importantly, I'm about to have another baby, and I hope that the baby is healthy.
Virtanen getting his priorities right as Magnus Samuelsson came forward to receive the bronze statuette for third place from Juko Ahola, twice the world champion himself. But he'll be back, as will Svend Karlsen of Norway, third last year, second this. Will he get a full set of statuettes next year? And don't bet against it, because 3 years ago he was actually leading in the final of World's Strongest Man when he was bedeviled by injury. But is this man going to dominate strongman sport for the foreseeable future? Runner-up last year and an emphatic winner this year of the Metrex Trophy, Janne Virtanen of Finland. A giant man who threatens to cast a giant shadow over the entire sport for many years to come. And this really has been a Scandinavian preserve for an awful long time. Gary Taylor, 1993, was the last man to break their monopoly. Janne, just a fantastic performance. Many, many congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Look, I was just wondering, obviously Juko won it last year and he gave up strongman to go and be a Hollywood film star. And I was just wondering, maybe you fancied a job with the BBC, because Blue Peter's looking for a new presenter, and then One Man and His Dog is coming back next year, so how do you fancy fronting that?
No, I want to host a gardening or cookery program. Do you have any in England? Tula, 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 tula.